Tsubasa. We're in Istanbul, Turkey. We're staying just a few minutes walk from Taksim Square, where countless numbers of people and patrons gather. The other day, the Republic of Turkey just celebrated its 100th anniversary. Congratulations! The Taksim area is the new city's downtown. We took a hotel in this area because of its easy access from the airport. It's convenient because there are many stores, but access to the old city is not so good. You should note it if you're worried about taking local buses or so. By the way, we stayed at a hotel called Bunka House. The owner probably likes Japan. There are many Japanese-style parts in the hotel. We stayed at a Western-style room, but they also have a Japanese-style rooms. We had a comfortable stay for 5 nights. You need to leave your key at the front desk when you go out when you want to ask for changing towels or room keeping. The staff is very friendly and helpful. The Turkish restaurant just around the corner from the hotel was reasonably priced and delicious. This is grilled lamb with yogurt marinade. There's a Arab kebab shops by the square. The taste is kind of different from shop to shop, so try to find your favorite shop. I like this one. It was a fun experience shopping at a kebab shop. We got 2 kinds of kebab sandwiches and a juice for taking away. This is a chicken kebab, and this is a beef one. Both of them were great. And pomegranate juice was great as well. We're now in the Karaköy area. The Galata Tower that we can see over there is the symbol of this area. It is around here on the map. Ticket prices for the main tourist attractions have jumped more than 10 times, largely due to inflation over the past few years. You should check the latest information on prices. After crossing the Galata Bridge, you will be in the old city area. 80% of Istanbul's main tourist attractions are located there. The Galata Bridge has a tram running over it, but we can also cross it on foot. It is a 2-story structure with restaurants lining the lower level. Fish sandwiches are specialty here. Every restaurant in this row sells it. We'll try this restaurant. It has a nice vibe. I also ordered a hamburger and it was delicious as well. This is the fish sandwich that is 90 lira. It was 10 lira cheaper than the one in the front of the bridge. The fish is mackerel, by the way, which Japanese people are familiar with. It was so good that we visited the same restaurant again on another day. That time, we ordered a fish sandwich and a cup of chai each. The chai were 30 lira. By the way, many Japanese people should drink tea without sugar. Japanese generally tend to like unsweetened tea. Short-stay visitors who want to tour efficiently should stay around the old town area. But things such as restaurants are expensive. Also, there are traffic restrictions depending on the time of day. So you might want to think carefully if you're a frequent taxi user. This is the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. Every popular tourist attraction here has long lines of people waiting in line, as you can see. You should give yourself ample time for your itinerary. The interior is decorated with 20,000 of Islamic tiles and stained glass windows. It is also called the Blue Mosque because of its beautiful color. We will next go to the Hagia Sophia. It's right there, but we have to wait in a long line to get into it. Let's have some roasted chestnuts. Hagia Sophia is a building with a very unique history. It is now a mosque, but until just a few years ago, it was a museum. It was completed in 537 AD and was built as a Greek Orthodox church. The dome structure was so revolutionary that the structure had the largest interior space in the world at the time. And amazingly, the record wasn't shattered until 1520 AD, when the Seville Cathedral was built in Spain. We can say, in other words, that this structure was built using future technology 1,000 years ahead of its time. In 1453, Constantinople fell and the Ottoman Empire took control of the region. Hagia Sophia was then transformed from a Christian church to an Islamic mosque. Then, in 1934, with the founding of the Republic of Turkey, this place became a museum rather than a religious institution. It can be guessed whether it is a church or a mosque. It is an important institution that is subject to controversy, and that is why it is no longer a religious institution. However, this important place became a mosque again in 2020. Perhaps President Erdogan thinks more like the Ottoman Sultan of 100 years ago than the secularistic Turkish Republic. I don't know if it's good or bad, but he will be an important person in the history. By the way, I heard they're gonna charge a fee for this place this year. Is that true? Now that it's a mosque, no. Alright, we'll look for some gifts. Big markets such as the Grand Bazaar and the Egyptian Bazaar are also located in the Old City area. Countless stores line the streets and are interesting even only to look at. There is a wide variety of souvenirs including lamps, pottery, spices, sweets, etc. We bought many small jars of honey at this store. Istanbul is a mega city that stretches around the Bosporus. The west side of the Bosporus is the European side and the east side is the Asian side. Ferries are an important means of transportation. Now, we'll try to visit the Asian side too. we came to Kajikoi. It's separated from the old town, the center of tourism, by the Bosporus Strait. But there are not a few ferries, so it can be a good base for sightseeing too. We can regard it as an advantage that there are fewer tourists than on the European side, and it's easier to find reasonably priced things. We found a store specializing in honey. A honey yogurt was 60 lire. It had a lot of honey and it was nice and sweet. My mother bought a middle jar of honey. We were a little bit tired after working for a while and got into a shop to have tea. I like this unsweetened chai. And this is baklava, a traditional Turkish sweet. It's a kind of pie sweetened with honey. It's very sweet. I heard Turks buy it in large quantities and eat it regularly. It was delicious. We came back to Taksim area. This street is very busy at night as well. Trams running the main street are popular among tourists. There is also an ice cream shop, a Turkish specialty. A little off the street, you can find reasonably priced restaurants. Today, we will buy a Turkish-style pizza here and go back to the hotel. It looks like it's eaten with these vegetables. I forget the price, but if I remember right, it was around 200 lira. It was very tasty anyway. It is the 5th day in Istanbul today. We are going to Pire Loti Hill, where we'll take a ferry up the Golden Horn Bay. The ferry is a public transportation service. If I remember right, the fare was only a few dollars. There is also a Bosporus cruise for tourists in Istanbul, but I personally thought it was enough to enjoy too. There are a lot of ferry routes in this area. You can also access it by tram, but we chose the ferry to get there. We can take the cable car up the hill. Many tourists visit here, but the cable car is also transportation for the public. The fare was only 15 lira. Here is the waiting space. We are now waiting here for the next gondola. We're going up and up, looking down on the Golden Horn. And then we reach the top in no time. There are group tours for tourists, but I think it's better to come here by yourself because it's easily accessible. That tram takes you to the tourist area of the old town. This terrace with great views is very popular. We took the tram on our way back. Both the ferry and the tram have great views. Tomorrow we're gonna move on to Cappadocia. Thank you for watching to the end. Don't forget the like button. See you in the next video.